But I think, first of all, if you're rebalancing a portfolio, it should not be in the stock market fully if you're retiring. And that's just common math. Okay. Their stock market's made for one thing, and that's for growth. And anybody out there that obviously you guys are retiring or you're planning to retire, you need to rebalance in different ways, right? I mean, for myself, I'm 28 years old and I've got a good amount of cash balance. Okay. What that means is, hey, if I need to buy more down the road when the market dips, I can. I can buy property, I can buy other things. But you should never have all your marbles in one place, especially in retirement. And I think rebalancing a portfolio specifically in the market, right? Brokers like to keep that because obviously that's where the fees accumulate, right? But the main idea is when you retire, rebalancing becomes two parts: income. Okay. And I'm going to repeat this over and over again because I want to drill through everyone's head. Income is the most important part of rebalancing portfolios. Okay. And I can't tell you enough how many people misrepresent and how many people don't do it the right way. It's probably 90% of clients that I meet already have it wrong. Okay. And a lot of it comes from other brokers. And that's why rebalancing portfolios is so important on that side. And then the other side is growth. Okay. Now, that growth side, obviously, it's for growth. You should not be needing to touch it. When you're taking out income, right? I know Steve's going to talk about this too because he loves this topic. But if you are taking out income in retirement, you should not have it in the stock market. You should not have it risked at all. Okay. There is a part and a plan to that. That's why rebalancing a portfolio involves more than just the market itself. Again, if you need help rebalancing a portfolio with fee efficient, okay, so you're not paying out the butt, or you're not, let's just say, paying for other unordinary things, right, or tax efficiency, right, you need to meet us. Again, call us today for a free consultation, 850-565-1705. We can really sit down and help you plan that income side and rebalance on each side so that you have the ability to grow, but also have maximized income.
And David, I think you made a great point because I kind of tend to use the bucket method. Yep. And when you're talking about rebalancing and you're looking at retirement and you're getting close to retirement or you're in retirement, separating out the assets into different buckets. And you hit the nail on the head when you talked about income. Income should be the first bucket that you plan in retirement or pre-retirement. Unless, and that's where, I'm talking about the Social Security and the shortcomings of Social Security. And, it's just not enough in today's environment with inflation, with everything going on, the rise of cost. I mean, the dinners are getting more expensive. Travel's more expensive. Everything we look at, the vehicles are more expensive. How are you going to supplement that income in retirement? And you have to maximize it. So we need to take a bucket. And the first thing we need to do is look at the income bucket. And that's where we can help do that. Sit down with people and say, okay, let's figure out what assets are geared towards income. And really, we don't want to risk that income because you don't want to put it somewhere where you can lose by an outside market while you're pulling income. You talk about this all the time. When you're working like you are, David, and I'm still working, we're putting money in all the time, whether it's up or down. So we're buying at the high, we're buying at the low. But when you retire, you have a shift that goes on. And it's really important to maximize your income and look at that income bucket first. And the other thing I like that you do is you talk about, you may just have two buckets. If it's not an income, then maybe we have some in growth. I also like to throw in the length, the terms. Is it short term? Is it long term? Is it midterm? Because there's certain, people have certain things that come up. They want to buy a new car in 3 years. They want to go on a major trip every 2 years. So there's different planning techniques that we can help people with. But again, I think when you're talking about rebalancing, it's a perfect time of the year. Taxes are coming up in a few months. Let's start off with the income. And are you getting the most tax efficient income? And also the best fee efficient income?